Hey, what's up guys? This is 3D Bonfire back with an amazing tutorial, and this time we need to talk about NFTs, okay? So let's get started with it. Alright, and basically I want to share all my experiences so far with you, my successes, my failures, and basically everything that I learned and maybe stuff that you could do better, alright? So this could be beneficial for you if you just start in the NFT market and you are accepted on Foundation or Known Origin, for example, and you want to have a successful start. Okay, so let me tell you something about it. Alright, so you can see this is me on Foundation, Markus 3D. This is just my name where I publish my art, so you can find me on Foundation with this name. Also on Known Origin, I have to still do my first Genesis drop, how people call it, right? I think it's a little bit cheesy, the Genesis naming, but whatever. You find me also on Instagram, Markus 3D, and of course on Twitter. We will talk about Twitter and stuff later. But for now, maybe we go back to Foundation and I just share my personal experiences that I had so far, okay? So I think it is a good idea to just go through my mints, my drops here, and we will talk about them, my experiences with it, what worked and what didn't work, and then you can do so much better, alright? So let's get started with it. Maybe we just start with the first piece, the original liquid donut. Alright guys, and before we talk about numbers, I mean this is just part of it, but it is a little bit annoying, so don't worry about if your numbers are 10 times higher or you didn't sell anything so far, so don't worry about it and just please try to dissect what will be helpful for you. So maybe one or two of my sentences will be beneficial for you and the other ones will be total nonsense. I don't hope it's that ratio, but all I want to say is don't worry about the numbers. It's your journey and you are amazing as an artist and just don't worry about it. I just want to help you, okay? Give you some insights. All right, let's get started. And let me see, can I just click it, make it big? Can I make it big? Okay. It's a little bit compressed, but you can see this was a reasonable, nice piece, alright, for my Genesis drop on Foundation. And I was really lucky that almost in the first night I woke up and someone with this name, I can't spell it, placed a bid on it. Man, I was so happy. It was like a really crazy wake-up call in the morning. So super excited about this one. And I have to say, I think this one sold so fast because it has a little bit of a history to it, okay? So if you know me on YouTube or Instagram, you know that there is a tutorial on this technique. Let me just quickly show it. All right, I just opened my profile here, 3D Bonfire, and let me just quickly see where this tutorial is. You can see it here.
Hey, what's up,
Okay.
guys?
It's funny to hear my own voice here. All right, and you can see this one. The donut was the original piece made from this tutorial. So I think in this case it helped that it is already visible in the internet and it had some additional value because it has like a little history to it, all right? And of course I also showed this on Instagram and it was a little bit viral, okay? So I have seen a lot of copies of this one, people that did the tutorial, and it was successful and someone thought, hey, I just want to have it, okay? So I guess this was the reason that I was quite lucky that after like 6 hours I got my first bid and this one was sold in the next day. So of course this is not always the case, so sometimes you just have to wait forever, okay? So let me just go to the next piece, this one, okay? That until today didn't sell, and I think there are several reasons why no one is interested in this one. Alright, and I think the problem with this one is just that people are not so into office chairs, okay? So people want to see something that is visually stimulating. They want to maybe have vibrant colors, characters, whatever, something they really fall in love with. And it is just hard to get emotional about office chairs, right? So I thought, Markus, this is a nice soft body animation. People will love it. But you can see I was totally wrong. So no one cares about my office chairs. And maybe a little lesson you can take from this, I wouldn't focus my NFT career on chairs, for example. Or you have to make it way more interesting than I did here. Okay, so maybe this can be a little learning for you. I guess so far just easy simulations and that don't tell a big story and doesn't have involved characters or so can be a little bit hard in this field. This is just my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong and another one will be super successful with office chairs. I don't know. Let me talk about the next one, the art of spilling milk. Okay, so I think this is quite a beautiful liquid simulation, but the downside of it is that it doesn't have sound. It could be, for example, a looping forever piece, so that would be just amazing, which will add so much more value to it. But still, I was quite happy that a good friend of mine, I say he's a friend of mine because we sometimes chatted on Instagram, but of course he's a most successful artist on Super Rare and he's just amazing, okay? So he was kind enough to place a bid on it and actually he got it, okay? So this was just amazing, but the downside is not anyone else was interested in it. So thank you so much, bro. And let's get on to the next one. So overall, I think you can sell simple simulation-centered pieces like this, but honestly, I think you can do a better job if you just make it more vibrant, more colors, and maybe involve something more interesting. Whoa, okay, this is a nice glitch. All right. Yes, let me just reopen it. Okay, interesting foundation. What was it? Did I get hacked? Anyway, alright, so then some people wrote me, hey Markus, do you have another donut, for example? Because I feel like people really like these donuts, okay? So I wouldn't encourage you to just copy my tutorial and upload donuts now to Foundation app or somewhere else, but I can't stop you from doing it, right? So you can see the original green donut, and I'm brave enough to call it original because I did the tutorial, okay? So please, if you upload a donut, don't call it original, okay? Anyway, this one sold for 1.35 Ether, and yeah, it climbed a little bit up, okay? So it was successful for a medium to small artist like me. Anyway, so far this was a quite interesting experience, but then something really amazing happened, okay? So after this one I thought, Markus, you always do like this 1 or 2 days little tests in Cinema 4D, render them out, but honestly, think about it, you can do so much better, okay? And this was a kickstart where I just thought, hey, put some more love into your pieces, alright? So then I started with the Crypto Hunter in the land of the plumbers. And you can see this one climbed quite high in comparison to my other pieces, which always were around 1 Ether or so. But then this one was just 5 times more successful, alright? So, alright, this is it and we can watch it here, but I think this will be compressed. So let me just start it from my system, lean back and watch it with sound, alright? So let's get started. Alright, so you can see, in my opinion, this has a way higher production quality to it, okay? So for people with a trained eye, it's obvious that I spend more time with this one. And it is just really satisfying when this is mirrored in the price someone will pay for it, when the collector also sees like, wow, this one has a really nice quality, okay? So one advice from my side would be just make really good work here and don't upload like your 1-2 day tests you did in cinema and rendered them out. I mean, sometimes they look really good, but I would just encourage you to spend more time with it and then make something really unique that has a production quality that you are really proud of, okay? So with this piece, I really can say I'm quite satisfied with this one. Also, it is obvious that this one has sound in comparison to the other ones, and here I worked with a really talented sound designer. His name is Pelican Sound on Instagram and he just nailed it with this one. Okay, so I think it's the perfect synergy of my visuals and his sound, and together it is a really unique piece, alright? So once again, I would encourage you to really make something that is really strong, a strong art piece, and not upload your daily renderings, for example. Just put more love into it. And then hopefully this will be valued by potential collectors, alright? This one was like a wake-up call for me, okay? So this just told me directly in my face, Markus, you can spend more time and love with a single piece and this will get valued by the market, okay? Maybe you will not get immediately the feedback like I had the luck to get it. So I increased my quality and bam, I got better prices, okay? I think it's not always that easy, but overall I think the idea behind it is still correct and you should follow this. So just put more love and work into a single piece and I'm pretty sure sooner or later this will get valued. So this is my new approach and I think it is the right approach and I follow along with it also with my new piece. This one is called Crypto Bugs and also I try to push myself with every single new piece, alright? So maybe we just watch it together, okay? Good idea, right? Alright, we don't have to watch the whole loop, but to be correct, this one is a 24-second loop, and if I would repeat it, so just give me a repetition here, this will be seamless, alright? As I said, with every new piece I try to push myself, and this time I try to make a really beautiful complex loop, okay? And I guess regardless if you like the art style or not, I mean, this is just up to your taste, I guess it's obvious that this one has a quite high production quality, all right? So the chance will be higher that someone will place a higher bid on it, okay? So I guess there's nothing wrong to put quality in your pieces, right? Okay, and maybe some good suggestions for you how at least I approach my stuff is if I want to promote my art piece, for example, the crypto bucks, I also make different videos out of it for a making of, for example, or just to share it on Twitter, on Instagram, all of your social media channels, all right? So this one, for example, I just shared it in the process and put it on Instagram and just let people know, hey, I'm working on this new NFT, all right? And of course, you can do like a special post here for Instagram or Twitter where you say, hey, this is CryptoBucks single edition exclusively on Foundation app, for example. So just try to promote your stuff with the right tools. Let me just check this one. Here I tell the people, hey, all the unique assets I sculpted for this NFT. Okay, so you can see all of this in CryptoBucks is really hand sculpted, especially and exclusively for this one NFT. Okay, so this will also communicate to the people, to the collectors, to your audience that this one is a really unique drop, a unique NFT, okay? So just be sure to build material around your drop that you can promote it on Twitter or Instagram. The same I did with the Crypto Hunter, where, for example, I just shared different images, okay? You can see these cables that I had in the original video. I just made different pieces with it and shared them on Instagram, for example, or shared them as assets with my patrons, okay? So just think about how you can make your drop really interesting and tell a little bit about the backstory. In addition, I would encourage you to also make for each and every NFT like a little video where you explain your thought process and share it, for example, on YouTube, then link it on your Twitter to let the collector, the potential collectors really know, wow, this is the whole story behind it. And this will make it way more interesting for a potential collector to collect it, all right? So this is just one of my thoughts about the whole NFT thing. All right, so you can see, since I'm a little bit successful on Instagram, I use this as my communication platform where I share my NFTs and stuff. But to be honest, you really don't need to have a successful Instagram because most of the collectors will be around Twitter, okay? And also, I just started on Twitter, so look at me, I'm really a beginner here. And this seems to be the platform where you can communicate about your NFTs and get in touch with collectors and where you can tell that you have a new NFT, but just be careful that you just don't be only a salesman and say, hey, new NFT, new drop, I will sell you this one and this one, but also engage in conversations and just be a nice person and show your personality, all right? I think this is really important to not just talk about your sales, but also just be a nice human and let other people know how cool you are, all right? Just be a nice person here and engage a little bit if you have the time. Okay, another platform which is super beneficial for NFT artists seems to be Clubhouse on Apple. So far, I don't have an Apple device, so that's not an option for me. But I heard you can also go on TikTok. So it seems like TikTok is also a good platform to promote your stuff. I haven't did it so far, but maybe you will be first here, all right? So why don't you try it? Also, I want to let you know that I have this Patreon, 3D Bonfire, where I also talk more about upcoming NFTs and stuff. I share basically all of my knowledge there with you. Yes, right now it's locked, but believe me, there is good content, like the new training, especially for my NFTs. Okay, so I think this is it for today. There will be definitely another NFT tutorial for YouTube, but for today, I hope this knowledge was at least a little bit beneficial for you. Have fun and success in the NFT market. See you there. Bye, guys.